Madison last year as we occupied the Capitol.
And today we have examples of some of what the world has been coming forward to help us with. And not only did we have people come as far away as New South Wales, but maybe even more importantly, on a, I would say, daily basis, our brothers and sisters from Canada have come down. They slept with us in the Capitol. They sent buses down. They released people to work with us. They worked months in and months out because they understand, and you'll hear a little bit about it, but that as our state goes, so does the nation, so does Canada.
As people have talked about, and as you know well, public services are the foundation of civil societies, of just democratic societies. It's how we redistribute wealth, it's how we take care of each other, it's how we work together and have the common good. There are attacks on workers happening wall to wall around the world, and they are being driven by the same neoliberal interests that we see at work here. I've heard the stories here about the Koch brothers in Wisconsin, and people don't understand what the media aren't telling is a real untold story, and that is that our unions, and particularly public sector unions, have been at the forefront of the demands for freedom and democracy in these countries, and that PSI and other global unions have been there to help support and nurture those calls for freedom, democracy, and trade union and human rights. Many of our members have been involved in the Occupy movement that has risen up and who were inspired again by your examples here of occupation early last year. So one of the campaigns that we are working on as part of the Quality Public Services campaign is the need for an international financial transactions tax. So that
I think we've got to show that ordinary people are not going to pay the price of the failure of the capitalist system caused by the banks. That is the big struggle that's taking place in this country and right around the world. Who is going to pay for the crisis?
I think we should really lobby for a statue of Governor Walker. just think about it for a second. You know, just imagine what pigeons and find a place that's got the most seagulls and the most pigeons, and then for a couple of decades, a couple of centuries, they can speak for us every day. Canada isn't that far away, as you know. We have lots in common with a lot of the same problems, a lot of the same issues. Some of you would know what the definition of a Canadian is. Like, a Canadian is just like an unarmed American with health care. I was thinking earlier today that if Scott Walker represents all that can go wrong in America, you represent all that's best about America. Because you folks are fighting for your rights, you're fighting for your basic human rights. Even the United Nations has said that the right to free collective bargaining for workers is a basic human right and can't be taken away. And you know perfectly well, as everybody else does, that you're not just fighting those things, you're also fighting for the revival of democracy in this state. Attacks on you by the wealthy and their corporations are all of those things. They're an attack on your human rights, they're an attack on the quality public services you deliver, but they are also deliberately an attack on democracy because they know perfectly well that without a strong trade union movement, we do not have a strong democracy. The two go hand in hand.
We tried to keep Scott Walker here. We didn't want to advance him to the state. He was a bad representative when he was a representative. He was a work county executive. He was the type of local official that, quite frankly, doesn't deserve to be advanced any further than he is. I like the idea of the statue. Quite frankly, I have something else in my office. We're going to use it one day.
Employees of their right to collectively bargain. We remember and we fight on to recall and we reclaim our state. Moving forward together, we will move forward in unity and in solidarity. We will stand shoulder to shoulder. I will see you in the streets in Madison on Saturday.